Hey everybody, this is Deb with Truthification Chronicles, and I wanted to give you a heads up on what's supposed to be happening this week. Most of it will be behind closed doors, but I think we're going to see some effects of that. So, starting out with this article, now I realize this is from November 22nd, but this is just a reminder of what's going on. Loretta Lynch is supposed to be testifying, I think today or at least sometime this week. Both of them were subpoenaed, and she should be testifying to the House Judiciary Committee. I'm sure that's going to be behind closed doors, so we will not be public to that. However, we will eventually hear about it, and I think that's what we'll be hearing from the congressmen who have been participating in it. They'll give us as much information as they can. I don't know that her testimony is going to be released to the public, but Comey is in for round 2 sometime this week. And yes, as per the agreement they had, his will be released as well. But here's the thing. I think the reason the FISA has not been released, and remember, it's really not just the FISA anymore. It's text messages and memos from different people, and it's also interviews and testimony that the House committees have been doing, and those are supposed to be released as well about all this. So this is what the congressmen are asking for. And from what I've heard, all of this has been approved for release by Whitaker. Why hasn't it been released then? Wouldn't that be simple? Wouldn't it clear up so many things? Well, yes, it would, but I think they're holding it until after these two people testify. I think there's a reason for that. Now, just think about it for a minute. Comey and Lynch both know what's in this FISA and all of these other documents because they know what they did and they know there's a record of it. So what do you think they're trying to do? Well, they're trying to get ahead of the game right now and get their information in and say, no, 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 it's really this way, because they have no other option. If they tell the truth, they are majorly going to be convicted. If they lie, which is what they're doing, they're still going to be convicted, but they figure maybe perjury is better than the other, and at least it gives them some way of saying, see, no, it's really not what you think it is. We saw this happen with Peter Strzok's testimony about the text messages. He took text messages that were so obviously biased, and he tried to explain them away. So that's what we're watching right now. That's what we saw with Comey. He kept saying, I don't remember, I don't recall, I don't know. If he is really that clueless, the man was a very poor director of the FBI. You would think that the director of the FBI would be on top of things. Oh no, not according to his testimony. According to his testimony, he had no idea what the people working for him were doing. And that in and of itself was plenty of reason to have the guy fired, let alone everything else that's come out. So I wanted to let you know about this. And does that mean that we will see the FISA come out this week? I don't know. I'm kind of hoping it does. I really hope it does. But I think it's got to wait until these two testify before they're going to do that. And then it will be a very stark contrast between what they said and what comes out. Again, what our white hats are trying to do is they have to set these people up. It has to be proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that these people did commit crimes, that they are guilty. And if not, then it's going to look like a political hit. But the more that comes out like this in little drips and drabs, I know it's frustrating. Believe me, I know it's frustrating. I've been chomping at the bit for all this information come out for months. But it's got to come out in the perfect timing. You have to understand, folks, that we have one chance at this. We will never get another chance. If they don't have all their ducks in a row, these people are going to slide. And we don't want them to slide. We need it to happen. And that's why they're taking the time. They're making sure the trap is set. They have taken the bait every time. And again, Comey knows this is coming out. But yet he's sitting there lying? I mean, if you read the transcript, you know he's lying. So why is he doing it? Because it's his only hope. He has no other chance. And he is trying his best to get his story out there so more people will listen to him. That's what he's thinking. That if he can get his story out, then when the truth really comes out, people will go, oh, that's not really what it means. and basically mitigate the damage. But that's just not going to work because people are waking up. So I wanted to give that to you and let you understand what's going to be happening this week. I'm hopeful that the FISA and all those documents will come out after these two testify. I think they were giving them one last chance to hang themselves, and they are. Well, at least Comey is. We don't know what Loretta Lynch is going to do. But remember, there's a tarmac recording of Loretta Lynch and Bill Clinton's meeting. Our good guys know what they said. And there was a Supreme Court deal in there for Loretta Lynch if she let Hillary go. So we know that was all part of it. And that is going to come out eventually. So that's what I wanted to let you know. Keep an eye on the news this week. I don't know again about the Loretta Lynch thing. I doubt if that transcript will be released. However, she is in the hot seat this week. I don't know what's going to come up, but listen to the news and you'll probably get some bits and pieces from the congressmen who are in there. They'll let some of it out. You know, they're not allowed to tell really what's going on. And this is part of the problem that we're seeing is that there's so much that they're not allowed to do. And like the DOJ, they're not allowed to talk about ongoing investigations. So I think somewhere along the line, after all this comes out, we're going to have a restructuring of things because while I understand their logic behind not wanting to talk about ongoing investigations, because then somebody can be accused of something in the public's mind, even though that person may be totally innocent. They haven't done the investigation fully yet, so they don't know all the pieces. But there's got to be some kind of oversight too that allows us to be able to monitor what they're doing and to make sure that they can't use the reason they're not talking about something as it's an ongoing investigation when that's not true. And how do we know that? Because we can't investigate. So I think there's got to be some kind of balance that has to come out in the long run on this. But that's for the future, and let's see what happens this week. I really think that after these two get done testifying, we're going to see a release of documents. So be prepared, keep your eyes on the news, and let's see what happens, okay? Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see y'all later.